In the darkness of a prison cell, one man lit the flame that would guide 1,000 years of Western philosophy. This is Boethius. Born in 480 AD, just as the Roman Western Empire had fallen, he stood at the crossroads between classical wisdom and medieval thought. A Roman senator, a scholar, a public servant, he lived at the peak of privilege until it all collapsed. Wrongfully accused of treason, he was imprisoned and then sentenced to death. But instead of fading into despair, he turned to the one thing no one could take from him: philosophy. Before imprisoned, he had a goal almost insane in scope: translate every work of Plato and Aristotle into Latin, unify Greek and Roman thought, bring logic, ethics, and metaphysics into Christian Europe. And while he never finished that project, he did leave behind texts that shaped the medieval world. His commentary on Porphyry's Isagogy, itself a gloss on Aristotle, laid the foundation for what would become medieval logic. And he also sharpened the debate that would dominate Christian philosophy for centuries. Are universals real, eternal forms like Plato said, or just abstracted from individual things, as Aristotle claimed? He didn't just translate philosophy, he transformed it. But it's in prison, stripped of titles, wealth, and freedom, where Boethius became eternal. There he wrote his masterpiece, the Consolation of Philosophy, the Consolation of Philosophy. It's a dialogue between Boethius, a broken man, and Lady Philosophy, the timeless voice of reason. She reminds him, fortune is fickle, external success is unstable. True happiness isn't found in power, money, or fame. It's found in virtue, in wisdom, in the inner life. And through her words, Boethius begins to see clearly how to suffer, how to endure, how to remain whole even when the world crumbles. Boethius tackles the hardest questions of all. Why do good people suffer? Is the universe just? If God knows everything, are we still free? His answer? A kind of compatibilism. God exists beyond time, seeing all things, not causing them. And because of that, we can be free, even under divine foreknowledge. Fate might shape our circumstances, but our choices, our moral intentions, are our own. That's what makes philosophy not just abstract, but a lifeline. The Consolation of Philosophy isn't a Christian work in the traditional sense. There are no Bible quotes, no direct appeals to Christ. But it became one of the most read books in medieval Europe, second only to Scripture. Why? Because it taught how to endure suffering, how to love wisdom, how to find peace even when life is unjust. It bridged pagan philosophy and Christian thought, making Boethius the true father of medieval metaphysics. Boethius was executed in 524 AD, but his words echo to this day. He showed that reason is not just for the classroom, it's for the prison cell, the courtroom, the battlefield of the soul. In a world of collapse, he didn't panic, he philosophized. And as I quote, he says, "No man can ever be truly secure until he has been forsaken by fortune."